Hi, I'm Heather Haxo Phillips from rawbayarea.com. In this short video, I'll take you inside the fridge of a raw foodist. You'll get to see how to set up your fridge properly, what kinds of ingredients might be in your fridge or should be in your fridge, and you'll also learn how to best take care of the produce and the healthful fats that you will be eating on a regular basis. Let's go inside. The way I divide my fridge is obviously in certain sections. At the top of my fridge, I carry most of the bulk items, the typical nuts and seeds and seasonings that I use all the time. First, this is my raw sesame tahini. I love Living Tree Community Foods and Artisana brand nut butters. I keep lots of seeds for sprouting. In a cool, dark place, the fridge is the best. Here I have all sorts of microgreens for sprouting. I keep my bulk seeds in glass containers as well. This is sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas. During the summertime, I have a large garden. I sun dry in the dehydrator as much as I possibly can, including tomatoes. Just in case they're not fully dry, I do keep them in the fridge. These are my sun-dried tomatoes. Here's some cheese. I ferment cheese once a week so I can have it as a spread on my crackers. This is a cashew and almond-based cheese. I added to it a little bit of Mila. If you're not familiar with Mila, check it out on my site. It's an amazing product, a whole raw food, proprietary blend of chia. I also have garlic. I don't really like dealing with garlic, so I buy from the store already peeled garlic. I've got vinegars back here, homemade vinegars and jams that friends have made, as well as a little bit of vanilla water. I like to make things from the Cafe Gratitude dessert book, and it calls for vanilla water. I've also got homemade pickles and beets. Here's miso. I use miso all the time, not just in my savory dishes, but my sweet dishes as well, because it adds a little sweet and salty taste. South River is my favorite brand because not only is it, of course, unpasteurized, but it's very high quality product made in very small batches, and I can get non-soy misos. If you want to be happy as a raw foodist, twice a week you should be doing prep work. Once a week, in one of those sessions, I juice a whole lot of lemons. I preserve it by adding just a dash, less than 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt for every cup of lemon juice that I make. Of course, it's more nutritious to have your lemons juiced at the time you're going to use them, but the only way that I'm going to eat a whole lot of raw foods every day is if I have some of my components ready ahead of time. Lemon juice is one of those things that I juice once a week. I really love fermented foods of all kinds, so I buy sauerkraut. This one is by Cultured. It's a Bay Area business. It's a raw kitchery kraut, but I also make my own. Here's a big vat of purple cabbage with sea vegetables, kraut. There's got lemon and ginger in this. I also make my own non-dairy kefir, and I keep that kefir in the fridge. Sometimes I get given or bought kefir. This is more like a soda. It's a special treat because it does have, while it's a non-dairy kefir, it does have some extra things in there that I would not normally put in my own different kinds of flavorings. This is just a special treat. Normally I make my own non-dairy kefir using kefir grains. If you don't know how to use it, check out my website, rawbayarea.com, because I've got recipes for how to make your own kefir. Another component that I always have in my fridge, seasoned seeds. These are basically barbecued almonds with a barbecue sauce on them. Another component I use all the time are kelp noodles. Love these kelp noodles, both in a marinara sauce, puttanesca sauce, as well as in my kale salads to liven them up. Salad dressings. In your twice weekly prep sessions, you definitely need to make salad dressings. Here's the rest of my produce. I keep in airtight containers like this, plenty of greens. I've got cilantro in here as well as some watercress. Another vat of fermented food, some homemade kimchi. Zucchini that I already chopped up. And I've got some mint back here. Down below, I keep my dates and some of my other almond butters. And here in this drawer, I keep the vast majority of my nuts and seeds that are in bulk, as well as a little bit of Irish moss. The rest of my produce is all the way down below. I keep some unjuiced lemons if I need to zest them later, ginger. You can see green bags for everything. I have my wheatgrass that I grew and haven't used yet, stored up here. Debbie Meyer green bags are great. If you don't know where to get them locally, check out my website. I've got a shopping section that is through Amazon, so you can get very cheap green bags. They will definitely keep your produce twice as long. I don't have that much produce in here because most of what I eat, we eat from the garden. I've got all sorts of lettuces, parsley, spinach, cilantro, broccoli, kale, cauliflower, all that's growing in my garden. This tends to be the condiments shelf over here. My husband does still love dairy. I am pretty much raw vegan most of the time, but he loves his dairy, and I do occasionally enjoy some milk in my tea. So he's got his milk, his cheese, and his eggs. This is his section. I've got flax oil, which I don't use very often. I really prefer Mila for getting my omega-3s, but sometimes I use the flax oil and the hemp oil in some recipes. Then some pickles, enzymes, probiotics, and backups of various things. I keep my hemp seeds down here and more tahini. That's what I have in my fridge. What do you have in your fridge? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Heather Haxo Phillips from Raw Bay Area.